Hi everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? Oh, I am so excited to bring you this fun card. It is DSP Monday, and yes, I realize there is no DSP on the outside of this card, but what you don't realize is that there's DSP on the inside. And it's my day. I chose to make a DSP Monday, and I've decided that DSP can go on the inside of the card just as easily as the outside. I really wanted to put together some of the cows with the punch. I hadn't done that last week, and I wanted to make a really cute scene. So this is what we got. We have a What's Moo With You card. Excuse me. And it's really fun. We're going to have a fun time putting it together. Hang out with me and I will teach you what to do. All right, so we're going to use, of course, the Cutest Cows Bundle, the punch and the stamp set. We are going to use Rays of Light. I'm going to leave that out because we're going to do that first. And then I used the Stylish Shapes and the Best Borders, which these are two must-have die sets. If you don't have them, why? Oh, goodness. All right, so let's get started. The first thing that you want to do is, let's start with our card base. I'm going to move this out of the way temporarily. So our card base is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it down the middle. So now I just have to join our pieces together with the bone folder. So I put my corners together, and then I hold on to it and give it a good burnish. All right, so there is the front of our card. And so for this piece here on the front of our card, we are going to use a piece of basic white cardstock. And it is 4 inches by, I can't remember. Oh boy. 4 inches by 2 5/8. All right. 4 inches by 2 5/8. And this is what we're going to use the Rays of Light stamp set for. So I like to keep it in my case. It's just easier for me. And I'm going to use Lemon Lolly for my son. And so we're just going to try and get this little area here around the circle part. I really wanted to have some really pretty rays. And I'm putting way too much ink on here. You don't need this much. You only need enough for that piece to fit. So I'm going to stop, put my ink pad down, grab my little paper scrap. I have lots of scraps of paper everywhere. So I'm going to bring this a little, I know it's going to be a little out of camera, but I just need to put it in place. And what you want to do is you want to line up this edge here with the edge of your stamp and press that down. Then you're going to take your scrap piece and put it on the top. And I like to brush with one hand first. You see, with the other hand, I'm not moving it. I'm just holding it in place so that my paper or my cardstock doesn't move. And so now I'm going to do the second side, and I'm holding on the right side where I already pressed, and now I am just going to ink up the other side. Then I hold again, give it one more chance. I like to kind of go around the edges of my cardstock and make sure that I got ink all the way to my edges by holding my piece securely. Okay, so we're going to lift off our scrap piece. And let's flip this over. And there it is, our cute little sun ray. Okay, so I'm gonna clean the stamp, and I just take my chamois out from the stamp case that I keep it in. And I just wipe down my stamp and then put it away. I like to let it sit out because sometimes my chamois, which like right now, is a little bit wet. So sometimes I put my hand over the top and just dry it a little and then leave it open so that it will air dry, and then I'll close it so no moisture goes into my case. But this piece here is going to be attached right here onto the front. So we can do that now. Let me grab my silicone mat. I'm going to use my wet adhesive. And we are going to add this piece. I'm going to bring my card back out so you can see what I'm doing. Onto the front. And this is going to be the first piece. All right, and then I took 3 pieces of garden green cardstock. They were all 4 inches across because that's the width of this piece, right? And so I had one that was, I think, 1.5 inches. Whoops. Let me get my ruler out again because I can't remember. I should have really written this stuff down. I usually am good about it. Yeah, 1.5 inches. One that was 2 inches. And one that was 2.5 inches. So 1.5, 2, and 2.5 inches. Those are the 3 pieces by 4. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your best borders, and we're going to use this one, this curvy one, like this. And all I did was lay it and put it in different parts. Sometimes I wanted like a downward. Sometimes I wanted the downward on this side. So you just have to place it on the edges of your piece. And this one I wanted completely even, or as best as I could, to perfectly even on my piece. So that's exactly what I did. And so I cut the 3 of them at the top, okay? And so we are going to glue these onto our base. So we're going to start with the even one. So this one is going to be glued first. And it looks like I didn't cut down this piece of cardstock. So I'm going to do that now. Oh my goodness. Let me get out my trimmer. It has to be 4 inches. So we'll put the straight edge, put it at 4 inches. I hope I did it to the other pieces. I did. I don't know what happened. Weird. I don't know why that one never got cut, but it is what it is. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to take this one and it's going to be glued right here. But before we do that, we're going to take our scalloped contour dies and we are going to cut out of Lemon Lolly the 3rd largest circle. So not the outside, not the next one, but the next one after that. And I wanted this to be my sun. So it doesn't matter that this dot is off center. You just want to put your sun at the center. And so I wanted it to be right about where all of these pieces intersected. So we're going to just use wet adhesive again. Okay, and we're gonna just center that. And if it's not perfect, it's okay. Trust me, no one's gonna notice. So you're gonna press down and then use your roller and get that adhered. Then you can adhere this piece because it's gonna go over that sun. So we're gonna go ahead and add the glue all over. You're filling the bottom as your little rolling fields, right, on this farm that we have here, on our card farm. All right, so we're gonna attach that piece on. And again, I like to use the roller because I know it's bonding my piece. The next one is the larger one, and that one's gonna go all the way to the bottom, okay? So this bottom edge is going to be the border on your card. So you start with the middle size and you want that one to be the even one, the one that when you die cut it, it's even. It's not sloped one way or the other. It's kind of even. If it's a little off, it's okay. And then your big one, you can slope it one way or the other, your choice. And then you want to attach your larger piece at the bottom so that you have the same border on the sides as you do on the bottom of your Balmy Blue cardstock. Okay. I'm going to use my roller. Okay. Whoops, I'm out of camera. So there is our next piece. And then the smallest one is last, and it is going to be your other rolling field. Isn't this so fun? So we're going to go ahead. I'm sorry if I was out of camera that time, but oh, I apologize. It's just been one of these weeks and it just started. Oh boy. And I'm going to also attach that one even with the bottom. And then that's going to give us our next rolling hill. And see how pretty that is? I love how that looks. All right. So there you go. Okay. There is our piece. So next is going to go, let's do the inside. So the inside is the part that has the DSP. So look, Sunny Days DSP, I used the piece that has the suns all over it, and then I made a mat for the inside, and yes, it's stitched. So let me explain what I did here. So for this piece, I had a piece that is 3 inches by 4 inches, okay, of basic white. And then I took the largest Stylish Shapes square. I'm trying to grab my scrap so I can show you. Okay, so this was attached around this outer edge, okay? And I took this, oh my goodness, I'm like way out of camera. I don't know what's wrong with me today. All right, so I took the Stylish, remember it had this piece on here, and I added it like this, and I put my plate so that it didn't cover this other end, just a portion of this part here. And I ran it through my die cut machine. Whatever's not under the plate doesn't cut out. So then you'll have a piece that has this piece flapping and this piece is all attached. You're going to turn it around and you're going to add your piece across this part, and then you're going to line it up and you're going to get these little notches. They actually lock in place so that you will know that you have it in there just right. Okay, so it won't move. And then you're going to run it through, and again you're going to stop your plate so it doesn't cover the whole thing, because we don't want it to cut this out. We just want it to stop at where it was missing. And then when you're done, you'll have this little frame. I saved this so I could show you, since I wasn't going to die cut it on camera. If you do need more explanation, let me know. And I will try and do a better job of explaining it. But I think I was pretty clear. I have quite a few videos where I either make a die bigger or skinnier or things like that. The most recent one I can think of is the Sending Love pretzel, chocolate covered pretzel treat box. I shortened a piece, and you're going to use the same concept, only this time you're going to elongate it. So, and I explained that and actually cut it on camera. So if you need to take a peek at that, you can if you don't understand, or you can just leave me a message and I'll try and explain the part that you don't understand. So anyway, those are going to be our 2 pieces. So we have that cut out. And then this, of course, is a piece of 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to put that on the inside. So we're flipping to the back side. I love this paper. I almost hate to cover it up because it's so pretty, this floral. But it's DSP Monday and we're using DSP. And nobody says the DSP has to be on the outside. It could be on the inside. DSP is DSP. And we are using it. All right, so obviously I'm not going to glue my suns upside down. All right, so let's put it in. And you want to just line that up. And make sure that you have, with your wiggle room, you push in your piece. Make sure it's not crooked. It is a little bit, but I can push it, I think. There we go. All right. And then once I have it in place, roller. Now we're going to glue this piece in the middle. And then this is where you can write on your card. We'll go back to the outside in a minute. All right, so I want to move it a little that way and a little down, I think. A little bit slightly down. All right, I think that's good. I just want to make sure it's straight. Looks good to me. Roller, roller. There we go. So there's our inside of our card. Unexpected DSP on the inside, which I love the unexpected. If you're looking for this roller, it's in the description of my video. Just click on the see more if you're on your mobile device, or video description if you're on your computer. Okay, so let's work on our cows. So I already did one cow because I didn't want you guys to have to sit and watch me do it, and they're both identical. They're just different colors. I also heat embossed my What's Moo With You on this black, and this was also from the Stylish Shapes. I took the very largest piece, and I took a scrap of basic black and I die cut it, and then I cut it in half, and I used the first one for my original card, and then I used the other half for the second card. But yeah, still Stylish Shapes. So we can attach that on because that's already heat embossed for you. I just didn't want you to have to sit here and watch a big long video. I know that you guys probably know how to heat emboss. If you don't and you want a video about that, let me know and I will make one. All right. So there is What's Moo With You. And again, roller to the rescue. All right, perfect. What's Moo With You. All right, so this little cow is gonna go up here and he's just gonna get glued. I need to put dimensionals on the back of the head. So I'm gonna do that now while we're waiting before we start the next. Only the head, because the head is lifted up with dimensionals, and I'll show you on the second cow. Because it's lifted up, you need to add some so that it's even with the surface of the body. And so I'm gonna put one on each ear, and then I'm gonna use some scraps. I have some scrap edges and I just wanna use them up. So I'm gonna take this large one here. I'm just gonna put it across. Okay, we'll leave that cow to the side temporarily. All right, since they're out of the way. All right, I've also already stamped the cute little rooster and colored him. He was colored with Poppy Parade ink in the dark, and he was colored with Dark Daffodil Delight. Those were the two, Dark Poppy Parade, Dark Daffodil Delight, okay? And so he's done. Let's get our grass piece out, and I'm trying to get all my parts and pieces of this little cow. All right, let's see. I have that. I have the head, the body. I'll show you what I did there. 3 of the little kidney beans. I should have another small little black piece that looks like that. And then I have this, and I'll show you that in a minute. If I don't find it, I'll have to punch another one out. I thought I had it here next to me, but who knows where it disappeared to. It's fine. I have plenty of scraps. So I cut the white body, the white head, and I stamped these horns, and I'll show you the stamp. It's right there, okay? And I'll show it to you on the actual stamp box. So it comes with a stamp for the horns, and there they are. Okay, so you stamp it on a piece of scrap white, and then you just slide it into the punch, and it goes into this section right here, and that is the little horns. I already stamped and punched those out. Then the kidney beans are in black. Okay, so I call them kidney beans, but those are black. And then I also put a piece of black cardstock in and punched a little small strip like this, and I slid it in from the side, and then I just cut the legs only. Okay, and I'll explain that in a little bit. And then we have his tail piece right here. I need one more. So I'm gonna punch that one. I don't know what happened to it. I'll find it later after the video, I'm sure. All right, so there's that one. So here's the second one. So now I have two. All right. Good thing I had black scrap on my table. Okay, so now we have two of the tail pieces, the feet, 3 kidney beans, the head, and the horns. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time staying in camera today, but I am. I don't know. Hopefully you guys are not like losing patience with me. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. All right. Let's see. Let me use my glue eraser because it looks like that had a little glue on it. All right, so let's talk about this. I stamped this little piece right here on a piece of petal pink. And this is the nostrils and the mouth. And it's right there. Okay, so you're going to stamp that stamp, which happens to be on the other, no, it's not on the other sides of the horn. It is this stamp right here that looks like a tiny smiley face with eyes. It's actually the nostrils and the smile, okay? So you're going to stamp that. I stamped it on a piece of petal pink, and then we're going to punch that out. I'm going to show you. So the same little kidney beans that I called that we did in black, we're going to slide this into that kidney bean, okay? So we're going to push it in here like this. I'm going to bring you guys down. I feel like I'm so far away. Maybe I won't go out of camera now. All right, so see how I slid that in? And I'm going to bring the nostrils kind of near the top. And once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to go ahead and give it a punch. And see, it's like a kidney bean shape. And then there is the little muzzle, which has his nostrils and mouth. All right. And that's what I cut out of black here, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the face. So I'm actually going to use the little muzzle section and put it on the cow. And then I'm going to grab my Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I have to find the right punch. And this one right here has the eyebrows and the eyes. You can see it kind of better that way. Has the little eyebrows and the eyes. And so we're going to ink that up. And then I like to lay the muzzle. Move you down a little. There you go. I like to lay the muzzle down on my cow so that I can gauge where to stamp the eyes. Okay, so I'm going to ink it, and then I'm going to look through the stamp. And then there's the eyes, and see how the muzzle works perfect. Okay. All right, so let me clean that stamp. All right. So let me close my black ink pad. All right, so let's get some glue. And we're going to add glue to this little muzzle. We're going to add glue to the horns right in the middle there where there's no stamped part, okay? And we're going to add glue in a minute, but let's do the muzzle first. I'm going to grab my tweezers. So that's going to go down there. So cute, this little cow. Then we're going to add the horns, and see how you just put that on there till you can't see the lines. So there's the horns for the bull. So cute. There's the horns. Okay, I wanted to color the inner ear. So I grabbed my SU1000, which is the light blends, and I kind of colored an inner ear section like that, okay? And then I took my Stampin' Up marker, the thin point, not the brush tip, and I kind of outlined that piece, okay? See how that added so much to that little cow? I think it needs that. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm gonna move the head to the side. We're gonna work on the tail. So this little piece right here is the tail piece. So you wanna make sure that it's lined up, that you have it the right way, that you don't have it backwards, okay? And that's the correct way. So I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna put glue on the back of it, and we're gonna add that black tail over the part of that white section of the tail, so he could have like a little color on the little fluffy part of his tail. All right, so I'm gonna place that there, and then I'm just gonna slide it slightly down and just make sure that it's covered properly, okay? So there's the tail, okay? All right, this cow head is coming back in. This is gonna be the hair, okay? So I'm gonna add a little bit of glue, grab my tweezers, and the tail, this is gonna be the hair on the head. And I don't want it perfectly symmetrical. I want it a little bit to the side because nobody has perfect hair, okay? Not even a cow, especially not a cow. So there is his little hair, okay? Isn't he cute? All right. Let's talk about this piece, okay? This is the feet that I cut out, okay? So there, it's punched out just like that. So all I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna add a little line of wet glue at the very base of each. Hopefully you can see that. Each of those feet, okay? Just a little line. And I'm going to attach this black piece, and it's only going to stick to the glue, right? So it's only going to stick to that bottom section of the cow. And we're going to give it a second to adhere. While we're doing that, we're going to start gluing some of these little kidney beans on our cow. No, I'm not going to start that yet. Let's do that at the end. I changed my mind. So what we're gonna do now is, it should be fine. It doesn't take long for this glue to hold. So we're gonna start on this side where the tail is. We're gonna bring our paper snips in, okay? And we're gonna slide it underneath and only get a little hoof. So I'm gonna go straight across. Uh-oh, I lifted up the glue, but that's okay. It's fixable. Slide it back in place. Okay? And now I'm gonna cut that part off, so I know I'm almost getting to the home stretch, okay? So there's the hoof, one hoof. Let's do the next one. So I'm gonna bring my snips and snip across, which is why I tell you to wait for it to dry, so that you don't have to do what I'm doing and reinforce it after the fact. But we're good there. Second one, and I'm gonna cut that one, so we know that we have 2 hooves done. Okay, there's 2. We have 2 to go. Okay, hopefully the last one will be dry and it won't come off like these other ones have, because I have slowly. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that one. So there is the third one, and 1 more to go. And the reason I cut that piece off as I go is it's just in the way, and I don't want it bothering me when I'm trying to trim this. So I'm just going to cut straight across, and then now the cow has 4 hooves, and then these little pieces that I cut away, I'm just throwing those out. Okay. All right, so now we're going to glue the kidney beans on our cow. Okay. It looks like I need a little adhesive remover. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue right here. We're going to add this little kidney bean, kind of like that. And it's overhanging. We'll cut that off later. This one's going to get fully glued, so I can flip it over and use my tweezers. So this one's going to come over here like that. So cute. All right, and then our last one is going to get attached right there where the hump is. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right there, not a lot, just enough to adhere this little kidney bean, And I'm gonna just let it set like that. We started with the first one, so let's trim that one away first. And I just try and follow the line and cut that little kidney bean off. There it is. Trash. And then we're gonna cut this one off. And it's the spots on the cow. So I've used the muzzle as the little spots, okay? So there's that one, kind of close. Let's see if I can lower that one at all. I think it might be too stuck. Let's see, maybe a little. No, we're done. All right, it's fine. No cow has perfect spots, Kelly. Just deal with it. Okay, I will. That's what happens when you make videos and you have to talk out loud to a room with no one in it. Okay, so we're going to put those two little mini glue dots. We're going to attach the head. So I'm going to pull those off. And let's attach the little bull's head on. Oh my gosh, so cute. So there is the bull. Oh my gosh. And then there's the little girl cow. No horns. Could be a baby boy, I guess. And then I like I said, I colored him. So we're just going to lay the cows on the scene, and I'll show you why, okay? So we're just gonna place this here, and we're gonna put the cows approximately where they're going to live. Okay, and not the chicken. We're gonna take our grass stamp, okay, and garden green, which is the color of the paper, and we're gonna put some grass everywhere because this hill needs some grass. Okay, now on these edge pieces, I used a scrap of cardstock and placed it on the side so that I could stamp and not worry about it going on the blue border. So I just wanted a half a piece right there. I'm going to put a little half piece here also. Okay, and we're going to do a half piece on this side as well. So just white, any color cardstock, just a little scrap, whatever you have lying around. It just helps you to not get any on the balmy blue border of your project, right? I lost hold of it. Let's see if I can lay it. There we go. And we're gonna stamp a partial there. All right. So now we have all our grass in place. Now we can attach our little cows onto our card and our little rooster. All right, I'm gonna bring you guys back up slightly so that you could see more than just that one card. There we go. I'll fix everything at the end. But for right now, I want you to be able to see everything. Okay, so you should be able to see this card and the one we're working on. So remember, I put dimensionals on the back of this, and so I'm going to pull the backs off, and then I'm going to add wet glue to my little cow. Okay, so let's get our little baby cow up here. Oh, so cute. And we're gonna add it like that. Precious. Oh, that one's coming off, that hoof. I must not have put enough glue on that one, but I can fix it. I'm glad I saw that. All right, so there's that one. Make sure you use enough glue because you know how strong this glue is. All right, same thing here. First, we have to put the dimensionals on the back, then we can pull them off, right? We can't pull them off if we don't have them. So let's add that. All right, now we can pull it off and get our wet adhesive. And this cow is the opposite direction because I just flipped the cardstock over when I punched it, right? You can have them go in both directions, no problems, no issues, because you, it's just cardstock, no stamped image. Okay, so we're gonna add this little cow right here on the bottom part of the field. It looks like this little hoof might need some extra glue too. Funny that the same one on the other cow. All right, so we're gonna add this cow down here, and let's pull the backs off of our cute little rooster. And this is the finishing touch. Oh my gosh, so cute. I think I'm gonna put him like that. What do you guys think of this cute project? I love it. And the best part about it is that you have some DSP surprise on the inside. DSP surprise. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If there's any ideas that you have that you want me to try with the cows, let me know. Or with any other projects. So let's put both of them side by side. Look how cute they are. They're completely sweet. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video where I will be doing something with the cutest cows. Don't forget, today we also used Rays of Light and Stylish Shapes and Best Borders. I'm going to bring the camera all the way back up so that you guys can see everything. And I will remind you that if you missed any of my cutest cows last week, I will post a link to my Saturday summary video, which shows the entire week. All the videos are located on one page of my website, and you can catch up there. So I'm going to link that right up there. So just click that button, and you should be able to catch the last video. And thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you so much. You have a fantastic day, and I will see you on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. for my live stream. Thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping.